Today I am going to be showing you how to get every new 1.17 item from Minecraft. I'm going to start off with the amethyst geode. Amethyst geodes naturally generate underground. They generate with 3 layers, so the smooth basalt, the calcite, and also the block of amethyst. And also this block of amethyst contains some budding amethyst. All these amethyst blocks can be obtained with a silk touch pickaxe, so you can obtain all of them like this. And you can obtain a block of amethyst with any pickaxe whatsoever, so I'm going to use my fortune pickaxe. Now with fortune pickaxe, you can't obtain any of these. You can only obtain this, which will give you the amethyst shards. This budding amethyst, you won't be able to get anything from it. So if I break it, you won't pick up anything. Amethyst geodes are used to craft the spyglass, so I'll show you the crafting recipe. So there's the spyglass. And it's also used for tinted glass too. And this is the crafting recipe for tinted glass. Smooth basalt and calcite require a pickaxe to pick them up. Next we're going to move on to every single Deepslate item, including the ores and also the building blocks. Deepslate generates randomly in large clusters underground. If you mine Deepslate with a silk touch pickaxe, it'll drop as normal Deepslate. If you drop it with a normal pickaxe, so a normal fortune pickaxe, or any old pickaxe would do actually, you'll get cobbled Deepslate. Now these ore blocks are pretty much just the same as normal ore blocks, except they take a little bit longer to mine. So if I silk touch them, you get the normal ore block, and if I fortune it, I'll just get the normal drops. Even with diamonds, you can get Deepslate diamonds, which look really cool. You can make all the Deepslate variations by using the cobbled Deepslate and putting it into a stone cutter. And you can just craft them like this. You can get whichever one you want, and you can also get the polished. If I get rid of the polished, put the polished in, and I can get the Deepslate tiles. So I can get all the Deepslate variations by just using a stone cutter, and it's actually really cheap compared to the crafting table. Tuff generates around the same area as Deepslate, and it generates a little bit less, so you'll be able to get less tuff. Raw ores are a new item found when mining either gold, iron, or copper ore. So I've got an example over here. So if I'm using fortune 3, and if I mine this copper, I get 2 copper, 3 iron, and 3 gold. You can also use these raw ores to craft them into the raw ore blocks. And if you're wondering how to get the raw ores into normal iron or normal copper, you just have to smelt them. So here is copper over here, and it comes in those different variations. And here are the variations. This is not including the wax variations, because the wax variations are pretty much the same. And I'm going to show you all the recipes which you can get. So I've already shown you the spyglass with the amethyst geodes. So I'm going to show you the lightning rod. The lightning rod can be crafted like this, and you can get a lightning rod. Now if you want a block, you're just going to have to craft it like this, and you get a block of copper. Now you can also use a stone cutter on the block of copper. So if I put the block of copper inside, you can make cut copper, slabs, and also stairs. Copper has 4 different stages. So you've got the oxidized copper, you've got the weathered copper, you've got the slightly weathered copper, and you've just got normal copper, so a block of copper. And there's 4 different variations. To get the waxed variations of the copper, you just have to wax it like this. So you use honeycomb and you just wax it. You know that you've waxed it because the particles will show, and it's yellow particles. If you want to unwax it to get the unwaxed variation, then just use an axe on it, and it will unwax the copper. Next we're going to move on to dripstone. So here are dripstones right here, and the dripstone block. And you can actually grow dripstone by using this little setup here, and the dripstone will slowly grow down, and you do have to have water up here to make sure that it actually grows. Dripstone can naturally generate in the world, but it is quite rare. You can also buy dripstone from the wandering trader over here, and it's only for 1 emerald, which is pretty cheap actually. You can also make the dripstone block by crafting dripstone like this, and you get a dripstone block. Glow lichen can naturally generate in caves, and will not grow because it needs bone meal, but it will just naturally generate randomly in caves. You are able to bone meal glow lichen like this, and it will grow in a random direction, and you can also collect it with shears. Moss blocks can be found in groups of up to 4 in shipwrecks. Moss blocks can be bone mealed, and they can overwrite all of these blocks, turning them all into moss blocks. So I'll show you an example here. So it will turn all of these into moss blocks. And also when you bone meal it, it will also spawn grass and also moss carpet. And you can also get the azalea and also the flowering azalea from bone mealing it too. Small drip leaves can be obtained from the wandering trader. It only costs 1 emerald for 2, and you can also obtain moss blocks from the wandering trader too. Now small drip leaves, if I place one down, and if I bone meal it, I will get a big drip leaf. So this is how you get the big drip leaves, and you can just keep bone mealing it to make it bigger and bigger, and you get more items from when it breaks. Glowberries can only be obtained from mineshaft chests. So if I open it up here, you can see glowberries inside. Glowberries can be bone mealed like this to get the actual glowberries themselves. You can pick up the glowberries and place it down here to make them even bigger. And they do actually naturally grow themselves anyway. Now the azalea and the flowering azalea can be bone mealed. So I'll bone meal the first one and this will turn them into azalea trees. So as you can see, that turned into an azalea tree. And also another azalea tree. So this one might take a bit longer. So this also turns the ground into the rooted dirt. And this rooted dirt can be bone mealed to get hanging roots. And you can break the hanging roots with shears to get the actual item itself. Now if you want the leaves, so if you want the azalea leaves and also the flowering azalea leaves, you're going to have to use either shears or you can use a silk touch hoe to obtain them. You can also get rooted dirt from the wandering trader. So 1 emerald for 2 rooted dirt, which is not that bad actually. Next we're going on to the axolotl and also the glow squid. Axolotls and glow squids will naturally spawn in underwater water areas. So these underwater ravines is the perfect area for glow squids and also axolotls to spawn. So glow squids and axolotls will spawn down here. So first let's start off with the axolotl. So the axolotl, so the item that you can get from the axolotl is the axolotl in a bucket. So the way you get that is by just finding an axolotl and you just right click like this and you can pick up the axolotl and you get an axolotl in a bucket. Now onto the glow squid. So over here is the glow squid and the way to obtain its new item, the glow ink, you have to kill the glow squid. So if I kill the glow squid like that, I get glow ink sacks. Now the item that we're going to be crafting now is the glow item frame. So if I go into my crafting inventory and I go like this and like that, I can craft the glow item frame. So if I put down a sign and just write something like, I don't know, I'll just write a bunch of random letters and put done. As you can see, you can't really see it that easily, but if I put some glow ink on it, you can see it really well. And it also glows in the dark too, so you can actually see it really nicely. Next onto the goat and powdered snow. So powdered snow over here. Now powdered snow generates inside cauldrons when it snows. So if it snows and the snow is on the cauldron, so it's high enough or in the right biome for it to snow, then the cauldron will start filling up with snow. And this snow can be collected with a bucket, and it's actually powdered snow. So over here is the ice spikes biome, and this is the perfect biome for powdered snow to form. So powdered snow will start to form a little bit like this in these cauldrons, and it can be collected by buckets. Goats will naturally spawn in extreme hill biome. Next we're going to move on to the candles. So to craft candles you need the honeycomb, and you also need string. And put honeycomb here, and string here, you get a candle. Now if I want to dye my candle any colour, I get whatever dye colour I have, and put it in the crafting book like that, and you get the cyan candle. Now if I want to light the candle, because at the moment it's not lit at all, I'll light it and it emits light right now, and it's the same colour as this. Now onto the last items. So the spore bottom, the bundle, and also the skulk sensor can't actually be obtained in survival Minecraft. The spore bottom can be found in the creative menu, but the bundle and the skulk sensor can't. So these two are still in development right now. They've just released them in snapshots and didn't want to get rid of them, so they've just put them in the commands. So you can actually summon them with commands. Now in creative you can get this from the creative menu, but for some reason you can't get it in survival at the moment. If you have any questions about any of the items covered today in this video, make sure to leave a comment down below because I'll be able to answer any questions whatsoever. And if I missed any blocks or any items whatsoever, make sure to leave a comment down below about that too, because I'll add that into the pinned comment, because the pinned comment will be any information that I've missed. If you want to, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's all your choice because it's your subscription. So if you like this sort of content, or you like Minecraft, if you like 1.17, if you like redstone as well and farms, then make sure to subscribe. And make sure to also leave a like if you found this video useful and also informative. And I'll see you in the next video if you're going to watch any more of my videos, and goodbye.